But let's move on to the team of the hour because of the quarterback that they decided to draft in the first round. First overall pick, Mr. Caleb Williams, and that is the Chicago Bears. The Chicago Bears had got themselves into position to where they were able to get Caleb Williams, make him the quarterback, and then they built everyone like they built a team around this guy during the offseason. They already had DJ Moore. They got that from the Carolina trade. Then they go out and get Keenan Allen, who is a solid target for him. And then they go ahead and draft, in my opinion, one of the, if not, he's arguably, well, he's like
He's
third
arguably
best.
third best receiver, yeah.
Yeah, third best receiver coming into this year's draft, and that's Roman Dunze. I mean, Caleb Williams has no excuse to not be good. Then they bring in Shane Waldron from Seattle as their offensive coordinator. We saw what Shane Waldron was able to do with Geno Smith, over the last 3 seasons with Seattle. Now, granted, I will say this: Dave Canales was also there when Geno Smith had that comeback player of the year, and then he comes to Tampa. And Baker has the year that he had last year. And now he's the head coach for the Carolina Panthers. So how much of that was on Shane? I don't want to take anything away from him, but that's going to be, I think, the key for this, man. I think Caleb Williams, we've said it in previous episodes. These rookie quarterbacks have to be married to the right coach, man. Like, just they got to go into a system that is going to work for them. Like Patrick Mahomes landed with Andy Reid. No one could have asked for a better head coach than that right there. Now Patrick Mahomes is still a great quarterback, but I mean, just the system that he's in, it makes him that much better. So Caleb Williams is really he has no excuse. There's no excuse. Everyone has extremely high expectations for this guy. I'm just saying.
It's the Bears, bro. It's the Bears.
Everyone is saying that he's going to be the guy who breaks the curse of the Bears quarterback and be the first quarterback to throw for over 4,000 yards. We've said that plenty of times before, though. And the other thing about it is that he used a lot of his athletic ability in college to be successful as he was.
You first.
That's not necessarily going to translate to the NFL. These guys are a lot faster.
After Dave.
So you can't. You can't rely so much on the athletic ability.
Theo, I'm locked and loaded, Theo. I'm ready to go. I
let Dave finish. Just let him finish.
Come on, wrap it up, big guy.
Listen, man, I'm not saying that he's not going to be a good quarterback, because I think at the end of the day, he doesn't have any excuse to not be a good quarterback. But I just don't like Caleb Williams. I'm okay with saying that. I didn't like him at USC. As a guy who just came into the college world, and as a guy who is a Tampa fan, that everyone was saying that we were going to get Caleb Williams, we were going to be in position to get Caleb Williams. I watched him last year, and I didn't like what I saw. So I'm just going to put it as that. I think that he might be a little bit overhyped. I think that the Caleb Williams hype is a little bit up there. Will he be a good quarterback? He doesn't have any excuse not to be a good quarterback. So he better put out the results, because the Chicago Bears fans are obviously expecting that.
They shouldn't have any high expectations. I mean, they get Fields, trash. Trubisky, trash. They went to the wrong type of quarterback. Theo, if you got a pin there, if you'll write down the 48th minute and the 50th second and just put that a note when he said he did not want Caleb Williams to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, so we can go back to that time. I think this guy, man, something tells me in my gut he is going to be a superstar. He was on a USC team that was terrible. He played for terrible teams, terrible offensive lines, a bunch of 4 and 5 stars that didn't
Lincoln Riley.
And he paid for Lincoln Riley. I mean, I think this guy's got the stuff. And yes, he doesn't he really doesn't have too much of an excuse. The O-line, it could be better. They're going to be like a middle of the pack type thing, probably more down towards down they're not that as good as they could be, but he's got weapons, and we
They
forgot
also have
about
the
a
third
guy.
easiest schedule.
On purpose.
Yeah, I mean he does, but it's still the NFL, and we're going by schedules that were dictated from last year's records, but we don't include the upgrades of these teams. So these bad teams that upgraded, we don't know what they're going to finish. So this third easiest schedule at the end of the year could be the fifth hardest. We don't know. I mean, he's in a tough division. We forgot a player he added. They've got DeAndre Swift back there. They get Gerald Everett to go with Cole Kmet, Keenan Allen, Adunze. I mean, they added some weapons around this guy, and DeAndre Swift can catch the ball. So he does have an offensive weapons where they should put up some points. I think he breaks this 4,000 yard streak that hasn't happened with the Bears. But if we go back times with the Bears, they've been a defensive team. Like it's all been about defense from the Dickett era. It's just defense with them. Man, something tells me. And you made a point earlier about when we talked about Josh Allen stuff. It is, I think, insanely important that they have a good quarterback coach. Josh Allen didn't become good and have that MVP year until Ken Dorsey from the University of Miami showed up and changed his throwing motion and made him sit in the pocket one more second. He hated it so much he just left on there. And then you have Canales as well. My only knock on this offense is the offensive coordinator. He wasn't that great at Seahawks. They were ranked in his time there. In the best year, they were ranked 13th in 2022, and then 2023 they were ranked 21st passing offense. So I don't know if I like that hire so much for him, but the Seahawks do throw the ball, so he's going to get his chances. He's going to get his attempts. And I like what they did on defense too. Like I don't think they're built to. I think they're going to fight for a playoff spot with the Packers for that last in wild card spot. I think this is a 9-8, 10-7 team, and that'll get you 10-7 will get you in. But their defense is good. They have Montez Sweat. They re-signed Jalen Johnson, who's a beast on that back end. They got Tremaine Edmonds. They signed Kevin Bird to it for the secondary. This is a team that I think is going to be better than some think. I think that offense. I think Caleb is the real deal. I like it. And then they get for their defensive coordinator, they get the guy from they get Washington from the Bills. The Bills have always been a stout defensive team, so he brings that scheme into them. I think this team's better than what it looks. I'm going to leave them at 9-8, but it wouldn't surprise me if they're not fighting at the end there for that last wild card spot. And I think the Packers are going to be that team fighting for that last spot as well.
Just for the record,
bring us back to reality.
I do have the Bears going 9-8, 10-7 because of the schedule. I think that the Bears are. I think that Caleb Williams is going to be a decent quarterback. It's just that I don't like him, and I don't know if he's worth all the hype that he's getting.
Here's a question: Is Caleb? Would you take your starting football team? Do you take Caleb Williams or Justin Fields?
Justin Fields.
You take Justin Fields?
Yeah.
No, I would take Caleb.
Wow.
I would take Caleb.
They won 7 games.
Justin Fields had a good opportunity, and I hope that he does well with Pittsburgh. But I would take Caleb Williams over Justin Fields.
The Bears won 7 games last year. They are definitely better than they were last year.
With a garbage team.
Yeah, with 17. So they're definitely better this year. It has to equate to at least 2 more wins and possibly 3. So that's why I'm putting them up there. Their team is definitely better, especially on offense. When you add Swift, Allen, Adunze, and put a guy back there that can actually – I went to the Bucs game when they played the Bears. Justin Fields was terrible. They should have beat the Bucs that game. He missed so many wide open guys down the middle. Not missed them throwing, just missed that they were open. And I could see those players on the Bears can this guy see more than 10 yards down the field, man? Justin Fields is not a good quarterback. He looks lost out there on an NFL field.
I don't think Caleb Williams is the answer for the Bears. I don't think he throws anything above 4,000 yards or 30 touchdowns. Because historically they really don't. They were 27th in passing last season. They were second in rushing because that's all they did. In total defense, they were 12th, so their defense finally showed up and was mid. Their sacks were 25th because no one touched the quarterback. And their turnover differential was 11th because they actually had to play some defense in order to win some games. They were 7-10 last season. They're going to stay 7-10 this year. Caleb Williams is overrated. I'm going to say that even if he throws for 4,000 yards and 30-plus touchdowns, because I still think he's like the next Jameis Winston. You have all this hype around somebody who doesn't I don't think he has the mentality to play. And anyone, and I bring it on in the comments, I don't really give a shit. Because here's the reason, right? Name the last USC quarterback that had success. Yeah, Carson Palmer, right?
Yeah.
But that was a different era of quarterback, and he was considered the same concept as Caleb Williams. I don't think Caleb Williams brings anything to the Bears organization except for painted nails and some hype. That's it. I just don't.
Wow.
I don't see him going past
the 54th minute. The 54th
I just
minute.
don't.
Okay.
Look at what they got in the organization. Look at who they have as coaching. They don't have the mentorship there. Who's in their depth chart for a quarterback if Caleb Williams gets hurt?
He's not. That guy.
Exactly.
Man.
So let's put that into perspective. He cries when he loses. He cannot take the pressure games. You want to talk about college football? When he played good teams, he didn't play very well.
He had a bad team, though.
He played Notre Dame and lost, bro. Come on. Notre Dame hasn't been crap since the 80s or 90s.
It's one thing I learned. You never bet against the church. So
7-10. Bears are third in this division. Caleb can just sit on the bench. I don't care. He's overrated.
Wow.
Let his nails dry a little bit.
Oh my goodness, y'all are too much.
Theo, help me out.
Y'all too much,
man. Be neutral, man.
There's no mentorship. There's no way. There's no highway for success other than you just dumped a bunch of probably A and B wide receivers on him, and then you gave him DeAndre Swift to hopefully hand the ball off and get some yards. Like if the play action game isn't good, then they're gonna suck.
I can agree with you there a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, and
I'm gonna sip my tea now.
I don't think that's tea. After what we just heard.
There's no way that's tea.
I don't think
there's no way that's tea. Someone check his water. Someone check his tea.
I kind of agree with Scooter a teeny bit on the mentorship part because his quarterback coach is coming from Seattle. So he did have Geno with Kerry Joseph. So he was an assistant quarterback coach there too. So that's the part that worries me. I don't like the OC hire. I don't like what they bring over when it comes to coaching. But if that style of football fits Caleb in that playbook, man, he is off to the races, man. This guy he can spin the ball, man. He can throw it. Yeah. And he's athletic.
Yeah.
We forget about how much
Liner and Darnold and Sanchez.
Dude.
Yeah, but we say that about a lot of quarterbacks.
66.6% of his percentage completed 66.6 of his passing in the college, 10,000 passing yards, 93 touchdowns, 14 interceptions in the whole career.
That's it.
I mean,
in college stats, that's nothing, man.
I just feel like I feel like last year was a down year for him for whatever reason. But to me, there's intangibles with Caleb Williams that I believe are the thing that sets him apart from what I see, as a guy that may not, I may not have seen as in-depth of college games, but from what I did see, the intangible thing that a lot of quarterbacks don't you either have or you don't is the touch and the ability to feel pressure. And man, I mean, I just feel like in the NFL, when quarterbacks don't have this is something that you see immediately, and the things that you're talking about now are the things that affect them and cause them to just fall by the wayside. But
I said the same thing about Kyler Murray too.
I just I just feel like Caleb Williams. Not only does he have all of that, not only does he have the possible generational talent, but this is the best. Like, this is the best supporting cast that a rookie quarterback has ever seen, ever. I don't think we've ever give me a rookie quarterback that has come into a better situation.
He's walking into
Kurt Warner.
Kurt Warner had Larry Fitzgerald. Are you talking about
Terry
Kurt Warner?
He had
Terry
Oh, you're talking about
you gotta
Kurt,
go way
you're
back.
talking about the Rams Kurt
Terry
Warner.
Holt. Yeah.
Okay.
Rams Kurt Warner.
Yeah, I think it's
I
Cal
mean,
Jackson.
You're a Rams fan.
Hey,
that was a good situation.
Here's the thing with the
That
Bears
was perfect.
too.
He won the dang Super Bowl.
Here's the thing with the Bears too. Like, I don't think they make a big push. They could sneak into the playoffs. They got $71 million in cap next year to go out and keep building around this guy, building the defense. It's not going to surprise me in 2025. We're not talking about the Bears pushing for first place in the North, man. $71 million cap. They can do a little bit of damage. They got Williams under a rookie contract. They DJ's sewed up. DeAndre sewed up for 3 years. They just signed their best players on defense.
Like I said, I'm gonna make it quick. I still have them at 8 and 9. Like I'm not saying that they're gonna take over this year. Like, he's still a rookie quarterback, and we still, just like I said earlier, have to allow for a rookie quarterback to learn the NFL. But if anyone is in the position to change the Bears organization, to change the way these teams have been seeing, to change the way USC quarterbacks are seeing going into football, I think it's Caleb Williams. I just believe in the talent. I believe in what I've seen him do already, and I think this is gonna be the Bears' best quarterback that they've ever had. I mean, it's not too difficult. They have not had good luck with quarterbacks since a very long time ago, but I do believe that he has a chance to do it.
Most of us weren't alive when the Bears were relevant,
we weren't.
So.
But history does not mean future.
That's what I said. Most of us.
Yeah, we can't take their history as something to forecast their future. Like, it's a new day, something different. Let's see the light.
I think the Bears, that's the thing. They're getting out of the Stone Age finally. Like, they're realizing the NFL is about pushing the ball, the receive. Like, they're just getting out of the Stone Age finally and just kind of catching up. But time will tell. Here, I got a bet for you. If Caleb throws for over 4,000 yards, you got to paint your nails and wear a Caleb shirt.
Okay, well, I'll wear a Caleb shirt.
One nail.
Two nails.
I can't paint my nails.
One hand.
I actually can't paint my nails.
Okay, all right.
Just for the show, you can take it right off. Clear. No, we can't see the clear.
Do it like Buccaneers colors, like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone who actually knows me, I actually can't do that. But
Yeah.
What if you did it in camo?
it doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
It's still a no.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do a tattoo on the butt. That's fine. We got it.
Hell no.